Your local station for Middlesbrough, CVFM.
Bernie Does the Borough, proudly sponsored by Teesside's Healthy Living Pharmacies. There's always a pharmacy open near you 7 days a week. Ask your local pharmacist for free and confidential advice on smoking, alcohol, weight and sexual health issues. You don't even need an appointment. Visit teessidepharmacy.net to find out more. It's late into the night and the game has finally finished. The scores are set and now it's time to hear from the Northeast's football mouthpiece. It's time for the alternative radio phone-in. 90 minutes of spleen venting, honest opinion calls. Get involved with the biased banter by calling 01642 688 104. It's time for Bernie Does the Borough on CVFM.
Welcome to Bernie Does the Borough here on CVFM 104.5. Tonight it ended Middlesbrough 1, Bolton Wanderers 0. If you want to get involved there, your views on 642 688 104. Give us a phone and discuss what game did you see. I'm just in for the other side. Absolute perishing, freezing cold. Wasn't a glamorous game, wasn't good in the eye, certainly wasn't a game for the purists, but Middlesbrough did what they had to do, and that was beat the opposition and gain all 3 points. And it was a great goal. I mean, after Bamford had a couple of good chances that we squandered, and then we scored the goal, and it was a great through ball for Lee Tomlin. He was over the halfway line, he's lifted his head, he's played a ball through the heart of their defence, and Waite and Co is split. And there's Adoma went in, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, kept his cool and composure, and he just slid it under the goalkeeper, and it was a smashing finish. Into the second half, we still created a couple of chances. There was one where George Friend burst into the box, inside left, he's in the box, it's opened up. I'm thinking, and I'm sure the crowd were thinking, hit it George, he's played it square, and again Bamford missed the target, and another chance went a beg. In the last 15 minutes, the majority of the crowd were on Valium, they're all biting their nails. But we've seen it through. Looking at Bolton, I have to say Neil Lennon, I mean, I'm a fan of Lennon's when he was in Glasgow with Celtic. I'm a Celtic fan, brought up in Glasgow, and up there some people think you don't have to be a great manager to succeed up there, but in Europe he had a great record against some of the big opposition, and in the league he won the treble 1 year and did ever so well and played a lot of good football. But tonight I thought they were dreadful. It was like watching Wimbledon of old. Up front they had Good Johnson, the lad that was very successful at Chelsea, and he just kept lumping balls to him and Emil Heskey. I mean, Heskey, we know, ex-England international, he's getting on. I think he was over in Australia playing, but they just kept pumping Route 1 balls in the mixer, and it was just a throwback to the Wimbledon days. I'm not a fan of that style of football, and if they were going to score tonight, it was going to be via a set piece, but thankfully we dealt with it, and it ended up 1-0. If you want to get involved there, your views 01642 688 104. Give us a phone. And what game did you see? Are we going to go to Rolf? Is it Rolf? Good evening, Rolf.
Yeah, am I on?
Come on in, Rolf. You're on live.
Right.
You're on the YouTube as well. You're on the YouTube
right?
as well.
Can you hear me okay?
You what?
Can you hear me alright?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go on then.
Right, good man. Yeah, I haven't seen the game tonight. The young un went, but
what game did he see?
Well, flicking between Man City and on Sky Sports, it said that totally dominated the first half, battered them, should be 2 or 3 up, and then last 20 minutes hanging on.
Yeah, I mean,
so, is that a true reflection?
Yeah, I mean, we were the better team. There's no doubt we were the better team without being scintillating. We were still the better team, passed it better, created better chances, and tried to play the game in the proper way.
We did that on Saturday, Bernie.
Yeah, we weren't as fluent as on Saturday. We weren't as fluent as we were on Saturday. We weren't as good as we were on Saturday. But saying that, we're against an opposition that really just try to ruffle our feathers, set the rhythm.
That's it in this league, isn't it? You can be as fluid or as good as you want, but it's 3 points to count in this league.
Hey, at the end of the day, it's not about glamour. This stage of the season, 14 games to go going into tonight. We've won tonight, 13 more cup finals to go. It's an old cliche, Rolf, and a true saying. These are big, massive games. These are like cup finals, and we need to grind and win every game we play from now on in.
Yeah.
You know, and
That's it. I mean, I was just thinking to myself, I just got a glimpse of the goal there, Bernie.
Yeah.
Passed through. It wasn't in the 6-yard box, so you'd have missed it.
Come on, Rolf. That's where I made a living. 6 yards, 2 yards. It was some ball for Tomlin, but wasn't it?
I do remember once, so I don't know if you can remember years ago. I
can't remember yesterday.
When I was in the army, I played against Mickey Adams, who was Southampton.
Mickey Adams, I know Mickey.
And you said he was marking you and went down in the Ayresome Park, and you scored a screamer. I don't know, 35 yards.
Are you sure it was me?
And he said, yeah. And he says, Mickey Adams says, I got the blame for that.
That must have been the last shot I had.
He says, one day I'll tell him that, and here I am getting a chance.
And who was Mickey playing at the time? Was he playing with Southampton, yeah?
He was Southampton. He was playing for Southampton at the time.
I remember it. It was on the right-hand side.
You turned him inside out about 2 or 3 times
and
just smashed it from the car park, and it went in. I got the blame for it.
Did you hear the time that when we played...
That was the only time I ever saw you score outside the box, Bernie.
Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. Hey, you want to come to this night I'm having next month? I'm showing my goals, and then you come up and say, Bernie, I got it wrong. I did score a few screamers, few headers, few right-footed. Very few, but there you go.
All in the 6-yard box, Bernie, but they all went in.
Well,
I don't know, but... I think as well, Bernie, I think, like you say, they're all cup finals now, and Derby, Bournemouth have got tomorrow, Ipswich won again tonight.
Yeah.
Norwich are on a march, Bernie.
Yeah, I mean, there's all the results, you know, Derby County, they ran out victors, didn't they, Derby County, yeah? I mean, I've just been rushing.
There's always a team that goes bananas last 12, 13 games.
Yeah.
And it's Norwich, they're right on a march.
Yeah.
I don't know who's took over there. Do you know him, or it is?
No, I don't. I'm just trying to look at the table here. Looking at the table, for those that don't know, Rolf, obviously Derby County still top, Middlesbrough second, and then we've got Ipswich, Bournemouth, Norwich and Watford. Very tight up there, isn't it? And it's going to go to the wire.
It is, and I think we've just got to sit in there, because one's going to fall there. One of the top 3 or 4 is going to fall there. Ipswich, Wolves are wrong. I think I don't know about Mick's Ipswich team, but
they won tonight 4-2 against Birmingham.
Norwich, it's just Norwich. I've just got this thing in Norwich. They've still got a lot of Premiership players or people that have played in a Premiership.
That was some result they had tonight, Rolf.
Are they going to be at it?
Rolf, that's some result they had tonight. They won 2-1 away at Blackburn Rovers. Good result they had.
And we've got to go down their place. We've got Ipswich up here. We've got to go to Derby.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get, like you said, Bernie, I totally agree. They're all cup finals now.
And then Saturday we go to Sheffield Wednesday. They went to Millwall and won 3-1. So they're obviously on a bit of a high.
We never win there.
And,
we never win there, Bernie. Did you ever score there?
Against Sheffield Wednesday. I scored a hat-trick against Sheffield Wednesday at home.
Did you ever score in Sheffield?
I scored, not in the park. Yeah, I might have scored in Sheffield, but not in the park. No, Sheffield. My memories of Sheffield, Rolf, were getting relegated from the top flight. That's my memories of Sheffield. Yeah, the lads were distraught that day. Yeah. But Rolf, again, anyway, Karanka again, he's changed the team. He did go with Bamford up front, what we've been crying out for. Bamford another night could have had a hat-trick.
Moggy used to get tortured for swapping it around. And
yeah.
Why is he making it? I didn't get with the team he made on Saturday, and I think he got what he deserved out of buggering about.
No, but the thing is, Rolf, I mean, I don't even. Well, I'm not a massive fan of chop and changing. I like a bit of continuity. I like players playing. If they're playing well, keep them in. But Karanka does it. Karanka's doing it his way. He's done it since he arrived. There's no surprises. He had 7 changes at Blackpool, 6 on Saturday against Leeds. Some people are saying, what is he doing? And I'm thinking, well, this is what he does. He's got his second in the league, doing it his way, and I admire somebody that sticks to his principles and what he believes in. I'm not a fan of that, but hey, you can't knock him.
We're not. I don't think anybody's a fan of it. Obviously, we've all do whatever we do, whatever managerial position we hold, whether it be sports or whatever we do. We we like to keep the same things ticking over, but it's he's ticking over. I just didn't get against a poor Leeds side. It's just, it was really disappointing that we went down as well.
You know, Rolf,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, it was majorly disappointing. Boatload of chances, they had 3 and scored 1. But looking at the modern game, I mean, Gary Pallister, you know Pally, he's a mate of mine. He was my guest tonight in the Legends Lounge. Yeah. And we're doing the chat, and I says, come on then, Pally, you know, this rotation, chopping and changing, not just at Middlesbrough, across the board, most teams are doing it. Do you buy into it? And he says, well, yeah, you know, the game's quicker, sports scientists, dietitians, and, you know, it's to keep players fresh. And I says, hold on a minute. I says, Messi never gets dropped. He never gets rested. Ronaldo never gets dropped or rested. Shouldn't the best players in the world be rested? Because they're doing the most. And the most high profile people on earth. So why are they not rested?
You know, the other day...
It's a myth. It's a myth.
The other day, I'm just looking at it from an amateur point of view, or watching the kids play, even the likes of yourselves, and when you're doing the coaching and stuff at this level with the kids. And I'm thinking... Saturday, Lee Tomlin against midfield Leeds, nowhere near knew where the space was, and I'm thinking, and they've got, as all they had was 2 centre halves, and as all we tried to do was get it wide and box it, and it was very lacklustre, and it never really changed from that. Once the team got set in its ways, it was going to go out wide. It was going to, and guess how we scored the goal today? Tomlin, straight past.
Tomlin was a great ball.
One touch, onto the keeper, bingo.
Yeah, we needed somebody.
That was dying out for that pass on Saturday.
Yeah, we needed someone to unlock the door, and as you say, Tomlin could have gave us that. It's hypothetical now it's gone, but tonight he did do it. He did it on a few occasions. He put a few other good balls through that didn't quite come off, but it was a wonderful ball for the goal. And credit to Adoma, kept his cool and composure, slid it under the goalkeeper on a smashing goal. It was a good goal.
He did. That was good. It was a very good finish for a winger. You know, normally.
Well, you're saying you're saying a winger. He was our top scorer a few years ago.
I know, but I think we moved. Who is our top scorer in Albania? Is it Bamford?
I think no, still Ledbetter. I think Bamford. I think off the top of my head, I think
Ledbetter with 25 penalties.
No, Ledbetter's got about 12. I think Bamford's got about 10, something like that. You know, when Bamford and company, when Bamford first came in, they were saying, "Oh, we want." Karanka went on record. They saying we want the strikers to get 20 goals in a season. Well, they need to go something to achieve that. But I don't look at the players and think, well, if they don't achieve it, I'm not going to point the finger at the players. It's just the way the rotational system is played and how it's worked.
The rotate, like you say, he's rotated around and around. And
you're not going to get 20. The less games you play as a striker, the less goals you're going to score. That's for sure. Yeah. But all in all, you must be happy then.
Yeah, of course I am, Bernie. I mean, we're getting a chance to go to, all the young ones are buzzing and get a chance to go into the big league again. Is there going to be money there? You know, and no, is it going to move? Are we going to move on? Or are we just going to go get pumped and come straight back down?
Well, obviously, again, it's hypothetical. We need to wait till we get there. But just looking at you mentioned Bamford. Bamford is joint with Ledbetter, so both have got 12s. And I would expect Bamford, if he plays majority of games, to finish above Ledbetter because he's a centre forward, and we're looking for centre forwards to finish top.
Yeah, I mean that's what's surprising. But I think if you in the latter 10 games, if we do get any penalties, I think if you let Bamford take them, obviously that's not going to change. I'm thinking Bamford should be hitting 15 or 16. I think there's going to be another couple of penalties in the Boro. There's going to be another 10 goals, 12 goals, you reckon, somewhere in these games, last games?
What, for us? You score 12 goals?
Yeah, for one player. Well, for 2 players.
What, to score 12 goals in 13 games? No, that's a tall order, that, dear me.
So I'm saying another 12 goals between 2 players. I think Bamford's going to get most of them.
Yeah, well, Bamford's went on record as saying that his idea and his tally for this season's 20. He's got 12. As I say, Ledbetter's got 12, and then after that you've got Kiki 9, Tomlin in 8, Voss in 8, and such like. So.
Well, Bottom scored 8.
No, sorry, 6. Is that 6? Miles are going, by the way, 6. Yeah, Boston's getting 6, but don't forget Boston scored a hat-trick in one of the games as well, you know. Adoma 4, and Adoma was a top scorer a couple of years ago, remember? I think it was 12-13 he got that season. So he can get goals, Adoma.
Yeah, that's right.
And he was arguably man of the match on Saturday, Adoma. He looks a wee bit more as if he's coming back to the fore. His sort of a form had dipped this season, but he's back in gear. Anything else, Rolf?
No, Bernie.
Okay, listen, thanks for your call. Cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Good man. See you later.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. And obviously, if you want to get involved, discuss tonight's game. If you've just walked in the door, you've been at the pub or wherever you've been. It was Middlesbrough took all 3 points against Bolton. A goal for Adoma sealed the victory. Lovely ball for Tomlin. Adoma kept his cool, finished it off. 3 points on the board. We're still sitting second in the division behind Derby County because Derby won tonight again. If you want to get involved there, your views 01642 688 104.
Your local station for Middlesbrough, CVFM.
Bernie Does the Borough, proudly sponsored by Teesside's Healthy Living Pharmacies. There's always a pharmacy open near you 7 days a week. Ask your local pharmacist for free and confidential advice on smoking, alcohol, weight and sexual health issues. You don't even need an appointment. Visit teessidepharmacy.net to find out more. Have your say on the match. Unedited. Bernie Does the Borough on CVFM.
If you want to get involved there, your views 01642 688 104. Give us a phone, discuss tonight's victory over Bolton. Patrick Bamford obviously missed a few chances tonight. He was there, he missed them. He's tweeted, very important one, wasn't my night in front of goal, but on to the weekend now, up the Borough. Let's go to Frank. Hiya, Frank.
Hi, Bernie.
Good evening, Francis. Come on
Bernie,
in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to come on here and repeat myself, Bernie, but that's what I'm going to have to do again.
It's your call.
Talking about these non-scoring forwards that we have. You know, I mean, it's becoming a regular event. So,
yeah.
What do you think they're going to do about it? I mean, if you remember a few months ago, Karanka went in the newspaper and he said, you know, I've got the best strikers in the championship.
Yeah, he did say that.
But I mean, I don't think they're proven that.
No, I mean,
I think he's made a big mistake by not bringing somebody in, just to, you know, as competition for places. Well,
the one guy
I think this will be his folly.
The one guy that was available, and maybe we did go for him, maybe we didn't, but the guy that I would have been crying out for was Bent. That went to Derby and he's obviously scored a few goals now, and he could be the difference with getting promotion and not. Looking at our forwards, I don't think we've got a fox in the box. I don't think we've got a sniffer. You know, we've got guys that score goals here and there, but I don't think we've got one you can hang your hat on, nail your hat and say, he'll definitely score tonight. And one of the reasons is, Frank, because of the disruption. You know, I don't think the disruption in and out and in and out and rested and in, and I don't think that helps your mentality as a centre forward. Centre forward's a specialist position, you know, and as I say, Karanka's second in the league.
When you're on form, you're on form.
But I'm not talking from a manager's point of view, I'm talking from a striker, ex-striker's mindset as a player. I've played there, and if I was scoring and then left out and then in and scoring again or missed a couple of chances out for an, I'd be peeved off. I would not be able to see it out, to tough it out.
You made a good point earlier, Bernie, when you mentioned Ronaldo and Messi.
They don't get dropped.
Game after game.
The thing is, Frank, we're in the lounge. Pally played with Man United, greatly decorated, smashing player, great lad. He's my big mate. But it wasn't rehearsed. I says, come on in, Pally. What about the modern players? Not Middlesbrough. Across the board, rested here, rested there, and Pally came out, you know, the fitter, the finely tuned, or this or that. I says, okay then, same size of pitch, 11v11. The best players in the world never get dropped. Messi never gets taken off when he scores 2. He scored about 100 hat-tricks or 200. Ronaldo's got umpteen hat-tricks. They play every game. And shouldn't they be the guys that's rested? The top players who the pressure's right on.
That's right.
They take every bit of pressure. Never cry about being rested, or they don't need it. They play.
No, they just get on with
it. They enjoy it. So for me, some people out there are kidded by it. I'm not. Hey, it might not be kidding. Maybe that they genuinely believe that. I don't believe it.
For me, Bernie, we got rid of Curtis Mead. He was a young lad, and we got rid of Danny Graham. I mean, they did nothing wrong, really, when you think about it.
No.
And we got rid of them and we brought in players who aren't setting the place alight. We may as well have kept them 2 lads. I thought it was going to be a big improvement with Blanford. I thought Blanford was some sort of super striker, playing for Chelsea. I think we kidded because he's a Chelsea player.
No, that
was a sitter he missed tonight, wasn't
it?
No,
it was. To be fair to Bamford, his work rate's really stepped up. I know he's there as a striker, but he's played a lot of games in the wing, Frank. And then he's out in the wing, he get destroyed against the Arsenal. And I've played in the wing and I've been destroyed with teams and I felt for him. Now he's up the middle tonight, so he's back in his favourite positions. Another night he could have had a hat-trick. There was one that dropped him underneath the bar, you've seen it, Frank, and he hoofed it over. It was a poor finish.
So what's happening then? His sharpness that he needs is lost because he's not playing in the position he should be regularly.
He's
losing his sharpness.
I can only say for experience, Frank, I've said before on this show, when Peter Davenport signed for Man United for 750 grand, I get shifted out to left wing. I was peeved off. When I went up the middle, maybe a wee bit of rust, still mentally thinking, is this where I'm going to play for the next few games? Am I getting packed back out in the wing? And Bamford will be going through that. If you ask Bamford where he wants to play, I would say 99.5% he'll say he wants to play up the middle. When you say, what do you think of the wing? He'd probably say, I'm a professional, I'll play there, but I want to play up the middle. And a happy player's a better player.
He's on loan, isn't he?
He's on loan,
isn't he?
He was on loan to January, and obviously they re-signed him to the end of the season.
Yeah, well, for me, if he's not happy playing on the wing, the best thing he could do has to be away.
I am not saying he's not happy. Always I'm saying he must be happier when he's up the middle because he classes himself as a centre forward, and I was the same. I've been there, been in the wing, isolated, don't enjoy it.
He wants to be where the action is. He wants to be in there, putting the ball in the back of the net.
And tonight
he's not getting that opportunity here.
And tonight he was getting good positions, maybe a wee bit of rust, or as I say, I don't know what's going through his mind. But if I was correct, I won't do it. But again, I can only talk. But if I was there, I was saying, do you know what, Patrick? I believe in you. You've got 12 goals. There's still a chance you can hit the 20 mark, which is your goal and your idea you want to achieve. I'm going to play you the remaining 13 games up there, barring injury. But you're going to play there. So get it in your head. You're playing up the middle, and you can get as many goals as you can and help us get promotion. That's a vote of confidence. That's the biggest confidence booster you can give us.
And you stayed in the team till the end of the season.
Yeah, you're playing, barring injury, a really horrific off the form, but I want to play you every game. They need a bit. The strikers, I just don't think they know they're coming. George Friend knows he's going to be left back. Demi in the main knows he's going to be in goal. The midfield led by Clayton, more or less nailed on, they're going to play. There's certain players, know for definite, they're in the team. And it so happens that those guys are the best players in the team. So there's your sort of answer. They're the big hitters. Ledbetter, arguably man of the season. Clayton, good partnership. George Friend never lets you down, even if he's not having a good game. His work rate and work ethic, fantastic.
Have you listened to Ledbetter's comments?
No.
When he's asked after the game, he's very, 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 very cautious what he says. But I get the feeling from him, he's holding something back. He's not happy about things there.
Well, what's the question?
Very, very, Pardon?
What's the questions he's being asked, and what is he stuttering on?
Well, it's when he's asked his opinions about the game. He's very guarded,
right?
And he comes across as a man who he's not prepared to put his head on the chopping block. I mean, it's a good thing in a way, because I don't think he's happy about certain things there. I think he's holding back. I think if you got him off the record, he'd speak a lot of home truth. I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I get the impression from him, he knows there's something wrong there, and he's keeping stum because he knows what'll happen. Yeah. Possibly what happened to Craig Ignat. This was a problem, I think. What Craig was brought in to help out with scoring goals. The best coaches in the world, Bernie, can coach, but if you haven't got the clientele there, the players there who can put the ball in the back of the net, then you've got problems. And I think that's what's happening at the Boro now. I don't think they're good enough. That's just my opinion.
Frank, I can only talk for experience as a forward, and I sympathise to a degree. If you score tonight, you're not guaranteed you're going to play Saturday. You score a hat-trick Saturday, there's no guarantee you'll play the next game. So
it's got to come back down to Karanka, hasn't it?
I can only say if Rayk was doing that to me, and I can only say Rayk because I've not played under Karanka. If Rayk was doing that to me, I would not be happy. I would be going to see the manager saying, look, your squad system's all well and fine, we're up the top well and fine, but I'm still your top scorer. I want to score more goals for me and for the team. And what your beliefs are, well, I believe I can score more goals to help you achieve your promotion into top flight. I'd be going and saying that. If I did have belief that I'm going to score goals.
What will happen here if he doesn't go up this season, he doesn't make the playoffs even, then there will be problems. He'll have a lot of questions to answer, because I think a lot of the supporters then will come back and say, look, these changes, this system you've got, in and out, it'll take a lot of criticism. Obviously, if he goes up, even if it is through the playoffs, a lot of that anger will go, and people will be just so pleased they've gone up. But I mean, it's awkward to criticise a man who's had so much success. But, I still think there's something wrong there. These games, for me, I mean, there's no. They're hanging on at the last minute. Like tonight, you just never know if Bolton were going to get a goal, and that would have been a draw. They might have scored a winner.
And that's when you need.
It seems to go on and on every game.
That's when you need That's when you need
by the skin of the teeth.
That's when you need, Frank, somebody you can say he's going to definitely get us a goal. He's not playing well, but he'll get us a goal tonight. He'll nick a goal. He'll kill the game, and that's the thing we are struggling with. Every game now, the fans are biting their nails, are up to their elbows, worried and concerned that we're going to concede a goal.
The opportunities are there, Bernie, but they couldn't hit the barn door with a banjo. That's the problem. The opportunities are coming there. I mean, I don't want to build you up and feel I'm grovelling over to you, but how many goals have you been scoring if you would have been at your peak? How many goals had you have been putting away?
Well, as I say, I just look. The game's not changed that much for when I played. I didn't play in the 40s or the 50s. I played up to 90, 94, 95.
No, but I mean,
it's not changed that much.
Bernie, it's been. I think you call it composed in front of goal.
Composed, we like that. We do like that.
It's just been there and putting the ball in the back of the net. They're not doing that, and it makes you wonder just what are they good at. We've had players coming through at the Boro for years now, couldn't hit the barn door. We got rid of, as I said earlier, we got rid of Danny Graham. He was working hard. He just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Why did we get rid of him?
Yeah, but
we got rid of Curtis Main, a young lad. He couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. You either have it or you don't have it. That's how it seems to be to me. You might have a bit of a lean period in your career, but I mean, normally you do put, you find the back of the net.
I just seen a wee quote.
I suppose
Frank just told us, sorry for cutting across you. It was just a wee quote come up on the television screen. As a quote, it says, "I didn't recognise the players tonight, but the important thing is we won." That was a quote for Aitor Karanka. So he didn't recognise the players, meaning they were out of sync. As I say, it wasn't good. It wasn't a game for the purists. Wasn't good in the eye. Grinded out the result that we required, and we've got it. But you're obviously quizzing.
Yeah, they've got the 3 points, and it keeps them well in. But I think you'll find a big difference against Sheffield Wednesday. This is going to be a big bogey team. I think this will be a big sort out for the Boro. It might be another shock.
Oh, there's no doubt it'll be a hard game.
It could be any team what's left now at the end of the season. If they get a goal, Middlesbrough will be chasing it, and Middlesbrough won't be able to score. Who cares if Middlesbrough go 3 goals up and the opposition get a goal? It doesn't matter so much. Mm-hmm. But whenever they get a goal against Middlesbrough, you always think to yourself, Middlesbrough could be out of it by now. I mean, you know yourself, Bernie. Good strikers cost money, and they're not. You don't find many of them now.
They have to come by.
You've got to pay lots of money for them. And sometimes you can patch up and make up, and it's not the same. The opportunities are there. They seem to be making the opportunities, but they're not able to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, and hey, look, we all know that it could be costly. Getting promotion, we need to start.
Very costly. Very costly. Especially when Karanka said that he had the best strikers in the championship. No, if they don't go up at the end of this season, it's been an expensive time for them.
No, when Karanka says that,
I don't think the supporters are fully behind the club.
When Karanka was talking about the best strikers in the division, I obviously questioned that, thinking, well, hold on a minute. I looked at the top scorers in the division, and none of the 3 that he mentioned were near the top, and I thought, well, that's nonsense. The best strikers in the division are the guys that score the goals. And I remember asking Bamford that, and then he agreed. I says, look, if I've got 30 and you've got 20 at the end of the season, I'm the best striker. And that's how strikers' mentalities work. It doesn't matter how many miles you run, how many times you pass the ball or create. It's putting the ball in the back of the net. It's a habit. It's a good habit, and it's a mental state. Every game you go out, you have to think, I'm going to score. You don't always achieve it, but if you don't go out with that attitude, then you're not a striker. You have to have that attitude. Every game you go out, you want to score a goal. And by the way, when he mentioned the 3 top strikers, he never mentioned Tomlin, and since that, Tomlin went in a wee run, didn't he? Scored a few goals. You know, as if to say, Tomlin, as if to say, hey, you missed me out.
Is Tomlin classed as a striker?
Well, why not? Why shouldn't he be? He plays off the front man. Boston plays off the front man.
Yeah.
Bamford plays on the wing. So why shouldn't he be classed as a striker?
I don't think Tomlin's been such a disappointment as the others. That's my opinion. I think he's pulled his weight in lots of matches. You know, he's scored goals and he's played well. But the other, PK, what's he about? I remember
Kiki's get 9 goals.
One of the callers, not on your show.
Mm-hmm. Kiki's get 9 goals.
Yeah, he came. So one of the callers came on and said he didn't rate him at all, and he got a bit of a rollicking off the other side for saying that, as if he was totally wrong about PK. But what's he done?
Well, as I said,
people saying he doesn't jump for balls or anything.
Look, I think his work ethic's good, Frank. I don't think he's great in the air. I certainly wasn't good in the air. He's not great in the air. He can hold the ball up. He's got quite a good touch.
But you know this work ethic, Bernie, there's nothing to show for it. What does it mean? This work ethic, he puts himself about a bit, but he should be putting the ball in the back of the net.
No, but at the start of the season, scored a few goals, had a slight injury, then he was in and out the team. We brought a few more players in, like Voss and Bamford, and then his sort of confidence looked to have dipped. And he's never really recovered that. His early form. He's
never got it back, has he?
No, he's never really recovered it, no. And again, getting taken off on the bench, it doesn't help you as a centre forward. And nobody will convince me otherwise, because I've been a centre forward. I've not got my knowledge out of a book. I've never been a defender.
What was Karanka's position? Was he midfielder? Was he defensive?
Was Karanka not a centre half? Well, he was a defensive player. He wasn't a striker.
He doesn't really understand the striker's mentality.
No, you don't have to play in that position to understand it, but the mentality of striker, he'll understand the role, but as a mentality, then obviously no, unless you played it, you don't know what's in the player's mind. I can tell you what's in mine. You might ask another 10 strikers and they'll have something different, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it's a certain type of mindset.
I doubt it, yeah. It's a personal thing.
Only time will tell, Bernie, isn't it? That's all it's going to be from now on. Every game they play now is definitely a semi-final. They've got really tough games coming up.
Yeah.
They've got to find the form. They've got to start finding the back of the net. Because this is crucial now. This is the final run-in. They can't afford slip-ups. And I think they've had a few slip-ups, Birmingham, Leeds and tonight. People would... I don't think it would be unfair to say they expected 9 points.
Of course. We expected to beat Leeds on Saturday.
It's not unfair to say that.
Yeah. But as I say, do you want tonight, Frank? If I was asked, do we want to play as good as we did Saturday and get beat, or is hitty missy tonight and won? I'd have to say tonight, Frank, because this is the time now to win games of football. It's crucial now. This is the be all and end all.
It is, yeah.
How you perform and how you play and how glamorous you are.
Teams coming up now. Teams coming up now, Bernie, who've just been out of it and they're just finding the form. They're coming through and they're going to take some stopping. They're steamrolling the way into the playoffs and maybe it's the top 2.
Yeah.
And Boro can't afford now to start misfiring.
No, they can't.
But it could happen. We all know what the Boro's
anything can happen in football,
years,
Frank.
And it could happen.
Anything can happen. Frank, enjoy your cup of cocoa. Have a good night's sleep. Here for you Saturday, hopefully. Cheers, Frank. Thanks for your call as always. Cheers,
Bye
mate.
for now.
Cheers for your contribution, Frank. As always, he likes to ruffle feathers. He's got an opinion, and he's always welcome in this show. Not everybody likes his opinion, but that's what it's about. We don't want it a propaganda programme. We want guys to have and shoot for the hip and have an honest and forthright opinion. If you want to get involved there, your views 01642 688 104.
Your local station for Middlesbrough, CVFM.
Bernie Does the Borough, proudly sponsored by Teesside's Healthy Living Pharmacies. There's always a pharmacy open near you 7 days a week. Ask your local pharmacist for free and confidential advice on smoking, alcohol, weight and sexual health issues. You don't even need an appointment. Visit teessidepharmacy.net to find out more. Bernie's back, and he's now on CVFM. It's Bernie Does the Borough.
And if you want to get involved in your views, you no doubt you're sitting there with your pyjamas, your nightcap, your cup of cocoa, but just bear with us, we've got another 20 odd minutes to go. 01642 688 104 if you want to give us a phone and discuss tonight's game. Let's go to Brian. Hi Brian.
Yes, good evening, Ben.
Come on in, Brian. What game did you see here? What do you think?
Back on track.
Back on track, good. Back on track.
3 points.
3 points is a be all and end all. Yeah.
It was a bit iffy near the end there, second half, but it's 3 points in the end.
Yeah.
And that will do the team a great deal of good, them 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, in recent games, you know, obviously the Arsenal stuffed us there in a different planet in the day. Birmingham wasn't overly convincing. Blackpool, we often puffed, get a late goal. Saturday, disappoint. We played very good and missed a boatload of chances. Tonight, hit and miss. We did create chances. And we scored one, kept a clean sheet. 3 points on the board, second in the division. So, as you say, we're back in track. And I'm delighted as a Boro fan. I'm delighted with that.
Football is not just about centre-forwards.
Of course it's not.
We haven't scored enough goals.
No.
But we're winning matches. Where were we at the start of the season?
No, I think
we are now.
I totally agree.
Let's have a reality check, Bernie. And we've done fantastic.
Fantastic.
Never mind what Frank says.
No, what Frank's saying, and if you ask any Boro fan, whether they're blinkered or whatever, you know, would we rather have another goal to finish it and say that's it? Or do we want to go through the mill with our nerves and biting our nails and palpitations thinking they're going to score? It's a horrible environment to be in, Frank, on a weekly basis. You know, we just want to kill the game. Good night, we're confident. We move on to the next one. But we're going right through the mill to the bitter end, 94 minutes tonight. And I think that's what Frank's angling in. Can we kill games off?
Yeah, yes, but we'll take the season as a whole, right?
Yeah.
And he said, what is work rate? Work rate has stopped us conceding goals. We've scored the least out of the top 4 or 5 teams, which is a problem, that we haven't scored enough. But where would we have been if we'd have conceded more?
No, listen.
It's about both ends of the pitch, isn't it?
Frank did say that, and I sort of skirted over that. But when you look at the top teams, Man United over recent years when they were the top team, worked their socks off when they didn't have the ball. Barcelona worked their socks off when they've not got the ball. So work rate is a big thing. Of course it is a big thing. But obviously scoring goals is a big thing as well. Keeping them out, scoring goals is a big thing. And that can be the difference and the defining factor come the end of the season.
Well, we spoke mainly about that, about the strikers. Defence being great.
Yeah.
The work rate of the team.
Tonight we're a bit rocky, defensively a bit rocky tonight and flawed in occasions. You know, they had a wee lad in the left wing come on, he was ripping us to shreds and laying balls and, you know, we had a few scary moments. Another day they could have scored.
But we got the 3 points.
We did, brilliant.
But we're talking the seasons are all right.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, we're on about the 4 strikers.
Yeah.
Saying he's chopping and changing them too much. The problem is with the 4 strikers, the goals foretell you up the top teams. Nobody is saying that is my position. That is the problem. We played Vossen and Kiki on Saturday. Loads of chances. We've switched to your 2 tonight, and they haven't laid down their role, have they? They haven't said, that is my position. Same as the 2 on Saturday, never. And that is the problem out of the strikers. It's not just because he's wanting to change them all the time. They're not putting their name in that position.
No.
Don't you think that, Bernie?
No, I agree with what you're saying. There's nobody getting with scruffy neck, banging in goal and saying, hey, I'm the man, I'm the kingpin, I'm the number 1 striker here. There's a bit of that in it as well, but what I say to Frank, and it's only my own thinking, is it coincidence that the player of the seasons, and there's a few in there, Dimmy, George Friend, Leadbitter, Clayton, they're the 4 guys that are on that team sheet every week. In the main, they're there. Is that coincidence that they're the star performers this season?
No, but we're not conceding goals.
We conceded one on Saturday.
You could have rested George Friend. He's had a hectic pitch. He's supposed to have a bit of a knee.
No, I'm not saying rest George Friend.
You could have tried another full-back, rest him slightly.
I'm not saying rest George Friend. I want George Friend to play. He's our best left-back. He should play every game. But the guys that's playing the majority of games...
You could have rested the young lad, couldn't you? Gibson. He's had a
could have
few
rested
dodgy
Gibson.
games.
Yeah, he could have rested Gibson, but he stuck by him and played him.
You know, but the problem, I mean, he's even dropped the young lad, hasn't he, on the left, Reach.
Well, Adam Reach played tonight.
To fit one of them in, you know, to play another attacker. Bamford's been playing wide, and he's played two of the others. It's to fit him in as well, you know.
But when we say this, I mean, it's nitpicking because we're top of the league, are up there. But if we were struggling, people would say, well, hold on, Bamford's a centre forward playing on the wing. That's a square peg round hole. Reach is on the bench. Shouldn't he be on the wing? You know, questions don't get asked when you're doing well, and we're up there. But if that was if we were halfway, doing well. I know we are, and we can get away with anything because we're doing well.
People hesitate now, saying, "Are we going to throw it away?"
No, I don't believe we're going to throw away. I cannot see.
Have we got the strikers? Have we got this? We are going to be okay. We've just went through a period where we've been playing 2 games a week. You know, it does catch up. We had the hard game running all over the shop at Arsenal after a few quick championship games. Then we went down to 10 men at Birmingham.
Yeah.
1 sent off, running all over the shop. This win tonight gives your belief back a bit. I think we'll be okay, Bernie.
Brian, look, Brian, look, you've heard me and listened to me for years. We're at Boro TV, the legends here at CVFM. You know, I'm a straight-laced guy. I don't get any bull or flannel. No need for me. I, hand in heart, still believe we are good enough to finish top 2. But looking at the division at the minute as it stands tonight, it is getting tighter. Derby 65, Middlesbrough 63, Ipswich 60, Bournemouth 59, Norwich and Watford 59. So very tight and condensed up there. So it's, you know, you cannot afford to lose any ground now. We need to keep our nerve and we're cool. And but I still think we're good enough.
Games, Bernie. We look at the Leeds game and the game tonight.
Yeah.
Right, we scored 1 goal in them.
Yeah.
Is there a problem with our centre forwards, our strikers? This, a lack of a pace to go through. Adoma's in great form. He's in the middle when he scores the goal.
Yeah. I am not going to make the pace element as an excuse. Pace is a great asset to have, Brian.
Kike is lacking badly, though, isn't he?
And Saturday,
Kike is lacking pace.
Yeah, he is. But the chances in Saturday weren't down to pace. They were down to good goalkeeping. The ball wouldn't drop to his or miss kicking them.
One thing you could say, Bernie, about playing chopping and changing the strikers too much. One thing against that, what can happen is what is happening. Okay. You had Kike where he got put through on the wing. He shoved the Leeds player off, didn't he? Mm-hmm. He had Vossen and another player waiting in the centre. Reach. It was Vossen and Reach. And he took him on and took the shot, didn't he?
Yes.
And Vossen saying, why didn't you pass it to me?
Yeah.
That is a problem when you keep chopping and changing them is, I want to score. I'm not going to pass. I want to score, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want to score the goal. I want to keep my place. That could be a problem.
I've always said, Brian, you know,
Karanka's got to sort that out.
Yeah, but again, when you're out in the pitch, if you can see the goal and you fancy yourself, then you know you have to try and hit the target again. But if a guy's in a better position,
yes, but
you have to pick him out.
After the match on Saturday,
yeah, I
heard you say it was a mixture of things. Never passed when they should have.
Yeah.
Weak finishing at times. The goalkeeper had a very good game.
Yes.
But we should have scored at least 2 goals on Saturday.
Yeah, we should have. I thought we played ever so well Saturday. The chances went a begging for a lot of reasons, which was disappointing.
But I think we're in prime position still, I do. Yes, we dropped 5 points before this game, of the 2 games. Mm-hmm. But unfortunate Birmingham, I thought. You know, he made a rare mistake, Gibson. I mean, the Saturday game, even poor finishing, we could have won that game still, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could have. Yeah.
We're not far off, are we?
Brian, look, we've did brilliant. We've had a great season up to now. We don't want it to disappear or evaporate. I cannot honestly see that happening. Yeah, we're no firing on all cylinders. We are missing a few chances. It's nervy endings. But, hey, we're still just keep it going. Let's go to Sheffield, hopefully get the required result and just keep the momentum going. This is a real crunch time now. And I think we're strong enough mentally and physically to deal with it.
Sorry there, Benny. Sorry, what was it? Sorry.
I just said I think mentally and physically we're still geared as a squad to get through what we have to do in the remaining games.
And you look at these, it is getting tight now, but you're looking at these last 2 games, apart from tonight, we took 1 point of the 2 games at Birmingham Leeds. Mm-hmm. But you looked before then.
Yeah.
It was 5 wins out of 6, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's only that blip.
Yeah, it's a blip. Let's hope it's a blip. Yeah. Brian, I'm not overly concerned. I'd have been concerned tonight if we didn't win or we drew, but we've won, we've kept a clean sheet, the lads' tails will be up, they'll be delighted, and we gain full of confidence on Saturday against Sheffield Wednesday. Brian, listen, thank you very much for staying up this late and getting in touch, and hopefully hear from you Saturday. Cheers, Brian, thanks.
Good night, Barry.
Again, cheers, mate, and Brian, obviously regular caller. I must say thanks to Healthy Living Pharmacies for sponsoring the show, and obviously thanks to CVFM for allowing to use the studios. It's the all important thing, studios and sponsorship. So thanks to both of them. Join me after the break. 01642. No, we're not going to a break. Do you know why? Because we're running out of time. We're trying to squeeze the callers on, and Buffalo Bill's on the line. Bill, good evening.
Oh, thank God, Bernie. I took my volume. I took my volume after Frankie Marmite, the Boro Oracle.
Come on then.
The knocker from Easterside or bloody Emlington, wherever.
I don't know where he's from. I don't know where he's from. He lives in Mars. Sorry?
He's never been a supporter, and he comes on and he harangues the team. And he even harangued the captain tonight, who's... I think he's the best player in the division.
Hey, Leadbitter's